Alrighty, we are continuing with the story quests. So Lamberteint in Camp Drybone, a promising prospect. Corrupted crystals of sufficient size and strength are not all that common, I fear. Fortunately, one of my other students, Siana, claims to have discovered another promising site in eastern Lenotia. Wait, that's not correct. Eastern Lenotia was where she was nearly killed when wandering too close to an imperial castrum. Ha! Now that made for an amusing anecdote. It was Western Lenotia, Pharos Sirius, on the Isles of Umbra, to be precise. I can't recall her exact reasoning, something to do with one of Dalamud's talons or some such nonsense. What I can say for certain is that she is still in Aleport, attempting to gain access to the Isles. Why not travel there and see if Siana's inquiries bear fruit? If you can look past the crass and violent ways of the local pirates, you might find time there to be quite pleasurable. Oh, and do not forget to take your makeshift warded pod, lest she think you unprepared for the task. Okay. Take our free teleport to Limsa Lominsa. A promising prospect. I'm trying to do an easier job of keeping track of what quests I'm doing to make creating the videos and the descriptions and titles a lot easier. I think I have some instances and dungeons to do, but I'll look that up while I'm running around here. Where is she? She's straight up here. So we took the boat to Aleport. We did our free teleport to Limsa Lominsa, the pirate town. Excuse me. Aleport is just... Gosh dang it, I wasn't sneezing at all until just now. It's insane. Oh, okay, she's up top. God, I hate that. So we gotta go up this ramp. But Aleport is that, like, port town. Town is a bit of a... It's kind of like a port... castle, a port, fortress kind of thing. Siana is a redhead with robes. Yeah, kind of more pink hair, but close to pink, like pinkish red. Eh? Corrupted crystals? Madam, I have no interest in being the butt of your jokes. So if you have no other reason for addressing me, kindly please leave me be. We hand over the withered pot. Well, I'll be damned. Professor Lamberteint did send you. Beg your pardon. It seems we got off on the wrong foot. I'm Siana, greatest of the professor's pupils, which is doubtless why he bid you seek me out. Indeed, I am an accomplished scholar with an extensive background in... Oh, gods, listen to me prattle on. I must have given this introduction a dozen times by now. I do not... Well, I'm not going to spend the time making sure whether or not I need the pants for whatever. Next up, it's probably not pirates. As I told the professor in my many missives, I believe that the area surrounding Pharos Sirius is replete with corrupted crystals of exceptional strength. Unfortunately, I've yet to test my hypothesis, as all access to the Isles of Umbra is prohibited at present, for reasons unknown to me. You see, my attempts to acquire this information are often met with annoyance and disdain. It's rather puzzling, since I always take the time to explain my motivations in great detail to the subjects of my questioning. I wonder what's going on there. Mayhap you will have better luck wresting information from these yellow jackets. I've all but given up at this point. We'll go down below here, I believe. See if there's somebody in here to talk to. Nope, back out. Pardon the sniffles. Again, I think it's some allergy thing just kicked in just now. Not. I take loratadine in the morning when I wake up, and then like an hour or so later, right after my shower, I do like the nasal spray. Are you up here? Here you are. A yellow jacket, Quahneb, Q''AHNEBB, Quahneb. A female Mikote with a two-handed axe, yellow jacket. Ah, you startled me. Don't you know better than to sneak up on a person at a time like this? With all this fortuitous gossip of spirits and specters haunting the Isles of Umbra? Just because I know it's nonsense doesn't make it any less frightening. So she thinks it's haunted. Okay. Ferkman, a Rogadin, two-handed axe, yellow jacket. You're keen on traveling to the Isles of Umbra. Bloody hells, lass. Are you drunk or just crazy? Ain't nothing there but death, death, and more death. Hop on your Chocobo bus. And then keep going west, and then directly south. Gotta wait till we can... You can't jump this everywhere. For some reason, they added pathing block to that jump. Whatever. But all the way down, there's like kind of a jail here, and the guard is a Lalafell called Alza Gamilza. Yellow jacket, two-handed axe. Yeah. The Isles of Umbra. What interest have you in that godforsaken place? Ever since we were forced to abandon Pharaoh Sirius, the Isles have become not more than a graveyard for ships unable to navigate the shores, and a purgatory for the souls dragged down to the depths with them. Okay. Not pirates. Boom. Occasionally, being a fairly fast typer is useful. Back up this ramp here. Sienna. Ah, Mercy, you've returned. Tell me of your findings. Really? Infested with the undead, you say? That is very, very interesting development. Excuse me for a moment while I gather my thoughts. Next quest from Sienna, representing the representative. Well, worry not, my friend. I've given your findings some thought, and I've concluded that this talk of spirits is not more than local folklore. As for why all travels to the Isles of Umbra is restricted, well, mayhap it's considered too dangerous, owing to the abandonment of Pharaoh Sirius? Yes, well, anyway, while you were questioning those yellow jackets, I paid a visit to the local pub, since even an esteemed scholar like myself enjoys dulling her wits on occasion. It was there that I heard tell of a man named Skifrin, S-K-Y-F-R-Y-N, Skifrin, who was recently detained after returning from, wait for it, the Isles of Umbra. This is the first I've heard of someone actually traveling to and from there, so I'm curious as to how he obtained permission. Mind having a chat with him in my stead? He was arrested after all, so I'm somewhat reticent to approach him myself. Free company is saying to register your Discord with the name as it appears in the game. I don't think I've done that a whole lot. So we go back to the jail that I mentioned that I saw over here. And Skifrin is indeed a Rogadin. Kind of looks like he might be a sailor. I have to go back. She calls to me, sings to me. Ugh, tell Mimi Doa I'm sorry. Give him this. He was right. Or you could release me. Yes, release me. I will go and tell her. Yet, let me go tell her. Let's see if I have the key items. It's a golden feather. Release me. Will you release me? It's a Wilson Phillips song. Yeah, when I was a kid, there were at least one Wilson Phillips song that I really liked doing for karaoke. It may have been that song. Someday somebody gonna make you wanna turn around and say goodbye. Actually, it wasn't karaoke because I wasn't doing karaoke at that age, but I like singing it. It was I like the song a lot. But they also do like release. It could be the same song. I don't know. Back to Sienna. What did Skifrin have to say? Well, that's not terribly useful. I couldn't care less about how much he misses his favorite bar wench. But what was that about a man named Mimidoa? Wait, I know that name. That's that bastard who grabbed my arse the other day at the pub. Well, if you want to give him that feather, be my guest. I'm not going anywhere near him and his wandering hands. He's a butt grabber, huh? I will poke him with my spear. Mimidoa is a Lalafell who is currently looking at a female's butt who is looking at cargo. Bro. Know that is shit, are you? No? Then what are you? Speak up, Missy. I can't hear you. Hand over the feather. Bugger me! Is that what I think this is? Nah, it couldn't be. You found this, you say? Where do you find it? Where'd you say you found it? Skiffrin, you say? Was hoping to have a word with the lad, but it sounds like there's not left twixt his ears. He was supposed to help patch up Pharaoh Sirius, he was. Company sent me to supervise a lot of them. Weren't getting work done on their own, see? Half of them walked off, half of them ran off, and half of them up and vanished. What's that? You been looking for passage to the Isles of Umbra? Why didn't you say so? I've been thinking of dispatching someone to take a look on behalf of old Mimidoa, tell him how the land lies. Ain't nobody been interested till you came a-calling. Whole port's up in arms about spirits and so forth. If I had the gil, I'd hire some sellswords and let 'em sort it out. But you'll do in a pinch, you will. Show this parchment to the skipper, and he'll see you there, and he'll see you there and back. Okay. And then back up the ramps. Representing the representative. I gotta write that down before I turn this in. Give me a second. Boom shakalaka. Back to Siana. So you went and had a word with Mimidoa. I hope the valuable time you saw fit to waste amounted to something. Hand over the permission for passage. You mean that disgusting creature was Skiffrin's superior? I find that hard to believe, but this writ of passage does appear to be genuine, so it must be true. I must say it is a relief to work with such an industrious woman as you. I look forward to hearing of the discoveries you make on the Isles of Umbra, without me. What it was. I'll put that in my favorites list and see if it pops up. Siana. Quest number 4. The Reluctant Researcher. Fine. I fail to see the justification for dragging me along on your journey, but if you insist, I will go as well. But 12 is my witness. If you leave me behind to be devoured by some horrid abomination, I shall come back to haunt you. I got a puppy. in the favorite pet roulette. So catch up, puppy. When you jump down a couple levels. Wait, why is he not caught up yet? I thought I would see him running and catch up. Okay, whatever. Alright, we are going to the ferry skipper who would normally take us to Limsa. But yeah, take me to the Isles of Umbra, she bids, as if it's as simple as, oh, I see you've got a writ of passage. Alright, then climb aboard. Oh, that's pretty easy. Alright, and then Siana's here with us. This doesn't seem all that bad. I'm not saying I'd like to build a summer home here, but oh, the hell's with this. Here, take your pot and go on without me. You've harvested corrupted crystals before, right? So it isn't as though you require my assistance. Speak to the man guarding the gate. I'm sure he'll let you in. Now, if you would please excuse me. She runs off. She disappears. We are on an island. There are some fortifications here, so like actually really large stone walls and towers right in front of me. But then I can go around them, and there's just like steep cliffs. David, D-A-V-Y-D, is standing in front of a very large gate. Beg your pardon, madam, but how did you come here? Access to this island is currently restricted. Hand over the warded pot. An old pot? I'm not sure I follow. Oh, I see. You wish to harvest a corrupted crystal. Sorry, friend, but you may have to return empty-handed. That was the Reluctant Researcher. The Reluctant Researcher. Okay, next up. Sweet somethings. The Writ Master Mimidoa may have granted you access to the island. May grant you access. Oh, the writ. Okay, the Writ Master Mimidoa may grant you access to the island, but only authorized personnel may proceed past this point. Why, you ask? Look up and see for yourself. When that giant massive crystal struck the lighthouse, it caused severe damage to both the structure and the machinery within that once powered the beacon. Aye, contrary to what the small folk would have you believe. Oh, the puppy rolled over. The fires of Pharaoh Sirius were not the product of a mage's thaumaturgy or a colossal arcane bomb, but an elaborate contraption fueled by ethereal energy. Repairs are still ongoing, but it's anyone's guess when they'll be complete. What's worse, All work has ceased since rumors of the Walking Dead drove off our entire crew. Not that those rumors are incorrect. I've observed the fiends from a distance at the ship graveyard to the south. What's drawn them to the shores is still a mystery, though. I'll make you a deal, Mercy. Help me unravel this mystery, and I'll bring you your corrupted crystal. In fact, I shall begin searching for one that satisfies your requirements. As for where to begin your inquiries into the situation, it so happens that a party of 3 adventurers came ashore not long ago, seeking to scavenge valuable trinkets at the ship graveyard. I'd be surprised if they knew nothing of the undead infestation, so it might behoove you to question them. And then we go kind of around the man-made structures and walls and such. There is it's only 10 seconds left. I can't possibly complete it. Okay. So to the east here, there's a marauder with a giant 2-handed axe. There's another 2-handed axe wearer, and then a healer. What's going on? I'm not going to give their names. They're inconsequential. It's all there for the taking. 5 bleeding years worth of wrecks and their cargo. But those queer dead thighs and that thing and that voice, actually the voice was quite nice. You saw them too, right? Dead people just shambling about without a care in the world, except when they do seem to care, that is, and start shuffling towards the water. Gods, that voice, that single fleeting verse, I can still hear it. Stay clear of the southern shore, friend. It took every ounce of my strength to resist. And then we go back to the guard in front of the giant gate. This talk of an alluring voice is disturbingly familiar, but that's impossible. They're all dead, aren't they? That was called Sweet Somethings. Okay, next up. Yeah, plenty of time to go in this video. History repeating. But if they have returned, that would mean... Oh, beg your pardon, I was just thinking about something. Which reminds me, I received word that Master Mimidoa would be arriving any moment. Apparently he grew frustrated waiting for the sweet young lass with skin as soft as phoenix down to return, which I'm assuming is you. I don't know what sort of arrangement you had, but you should probably go and explain yourself. Mimidoa, the butt grabber. What's been keeping you, initiate? I ain't getting any younger, you know. Yeah, some honey-voiced harlot's been calling out to folk what wander near the ship graveyard, and has stirred up the dead and all? Bloody hells, this takes me back to the days as a cannon boy sailing under old Mistbeard. But they wouldn't dare, would they? Not after the lesson we learned them last time. Bah, they bloody would, though, wouldn't they, brazen old biddies? Some folks said as the first purge would be the last, but I knew deep down in me bones as this day would come, and come it has. Aye, I'd bet me bum ear is sirens behind all this. Nay, not one of them a sanguine variety, initiate. I speak of the other kind, them what's got feathers, and lure sailors to a watery grave with their sweet, sweet song. Oh, but it don't end there. No, drowning's just the start. See, even in death, a man stays bound to the beast, forced to do her bid until his corpse can't do it no more. 'Tis a fate I wouldn't wish it on the worst enemy, except maybe in a drink, and I'd regret it after. Any road, 'tis up to us to stop this hell's-born hussy before she takes another soul. Of course, we can't send you marching off to war without these. The siren don't have no power or a man as can't hear her song. 'Tis lucky for you I carry a spare pair. And lucky for the both of us I'm a superstitious old sod, eh? Well, she ain't coming to us, so we best head over to her, to the ship graveyard, initiate. So we run south around, once again, the man-made walls and ramps and structure. There's some praying mantises that unfortunately aggro me, even though I guess I'm 10 levels higher, so that makes sense. Some floating orbs called plasmoids. They're blue orbs, not that big. Mimidoa is down here by the edge of the water. Campfire. There's some skeleton monsters called Dead Man's Moan. If she passes near the shore, she's sure to spy the campfire and come looking. Just a matter of waiting now. So we go to the campfire and click it. Level 46 level sync event. Cutscene fade to black. Mimidoa walks up to the campfire with you. You both just kind of nod to each other. You're standing and waiting. Mimidoa is kind of a more silver-haired Lalafell. I believe he has a mustache. Oh, I'm beginning to wonder if some sly bugger ain't spun us a yarn here. He's kind of got like a tank top kind of armor. Actually, I guess it's just a tank. Like he's working at in front of he's got a hammer as if he's like a smithy. Quiet. Do you hear that? Just her. He kind of does this shocking. I'm shocked. Motion with his arms. Look, out of the water. She's come, Nishit. She's come. You see a siren. Beautiful female shape. Beautiful wings. Kind of angelic wings. Quick, lass, shove them plugs in your ears and get ready for a fight. As soon as she realizes you're deaf to her ditties, she'll call on her thralls, and we'll be up to our necks in corpses before you know it. I'm assuming he gave you earplugs. But yeah, a scantily dressed female body, large, long bird wings on either side, kind of also wings that hang down past her like true love spurned, her cruelty's reward. She has noticed that she has been spurned. And she summoned 3 undead kind of mercenary things. And she's still out over the water. She summoned 3 more. One of them's usually a caster, and I gotta be aware of that. But I think I killed him. They don't take much to kill. Especially because I'm level 50. I mean, capped to 46, so. Cast out, call a soul, dead to desire. Spare, mournful mistress, distress. She's singing something, but I've never been good at keeping track. Melody, last breath of death, the rhythm. Dost thou not to relent, regret, forever alone? Then she starts to summon some yellow spheres, watery kind of spheres, that float around in... I always thought they floated around in like a circular pattern, so you just had to avoid where they were going, but I think there's also an element of them being homing. So they'll like try to go towards you, and when they do, they'll explode, and you really can't do a whole lot to avoid it. So I just got hit by 1, did 200 damage, which is like less than 1/10 of my HP. My love, a river, one look, soul shiver. And then she summons a big old bone captain. It's got a sword and shield. Oh, there's a couple others that joined her. Let's go play with the Chirurgeon here. Oh, never mind, he's dead. And the captain's not long for this world. Some of the spheres is like lined up in a row, and they appear to be coming towards me slowly. No more dark eclipse, the heart. And then we're done. And then to Mimidoa, standing here next to the fire. Yeah, am I alright? I'm better than that, Initiate. Happy as a sailor to whorehouse I am. Of course I'd be happy as a sailor with two whatsits if we'd gutted the songstress. But you can't have everything, can you? She'll not come crooning around here again, though, not for a while, any road. And if she does, well, we know what to do, don't we? Thanks for the help. Beggar me, I've clean forgot your name. Remind me. Mercy? Don't recall having a no initiate by that name. But if you're not me old mate, what's name, why have you been so bloody helpful? Never mind. Be seeing you, lassie. There's a fate here. 12 minutes left. Let's do it. Let's just kill this big mantis guy. Just picture like a mantis with much more armory wings. And armory everything. Scary. Scary badassery. Aggroed by another smaller mantis that is not a part of this, but wanted to play for some reason. Wanted to die. We'll get another crit off in a second here. Your Chocobo, if you have the healing abilities, has basically infinite mana, infinite MP. It's just a matter of cooldown. So if it can't heal you, if the cooldown isn't up fast enough to heal you fast enough, then you're a bit screwed, but it's never really been a problem. It's only a problem if you bite off way more than you can chew, which I have done. But yeah, it's called History Repeating. That's the end of this video. Talk to David. You mean it was a siren? But how were you able to resist her song? I see. I had heard that Master Mimidoa was involved in the first purge, but I never actually... Having survived an ordeal like that, I can't blame him for carrying earplugs around with him. Anyway, I have something for you. The corrupted crystal you wanted, safely sealed within the pot, just as you requested. Please, take it with my compliments. Cool. We'll take the ferry skipper. Over to Aleport. Turn this in with Sienna. Those are very short quests. Even reading all the quest text. Very short quest. Very short quests. Sorry for the weird repeated S thing. I got weird for a second. Oh, it's you. Welcome back, Mercy. You're looking remarkably hale, I must say, and more importantly, alive. You are alive, aren't you? Hand over the heavily warded pot. Aha! The conquering hero returns bearing a gift. Might I have a closer look? Impressive. Very impressive indeed. Yes, I think you will be quite pleased with this specimen. Congratulations, Mercy. Seldom, if ever, have I encountered a corrupted crystal composed of such a volatile overabundance of fire-aspected aether. What? You wanted a corrupted crystal composed of ice-aspected aether to counteract the effects of a raging wind? Well, this specimen won't help you there. Anyone who knows anything about the elements could tell you that. You'll just have to keep looking, I suppose. This is very stupid. Alright, that's the end of this video. I'm gonna make the next one like immediately. I just want to keep the videos as short as I can. This is almost 30 minutes. Okay, bye. See you soon. Fuck this.